The question is, how do power companies make money? And your option, there are two options here. So do you think that A, power companies make money by generating electricity? Or do you think power companies make money by building power plants?
Most people think it's the former. It is not. It's the latter. Utilities make their money, their profits, by building stuff. Doesn't matter what they build.
And why is that? Because that's not how the free market works.
Right. So the reason this is the way that they make their profit is because, first of all, it's statute. It's written into state law. And I think the statute is 134 point something. It's been a while since I've looked at the statute. But I wrote an article on this exact issue last year. It's called The Green Conspiracy. And I went on Vicki McKenna's show and I talked about how utility companies make their money. The way Wisconsin statute is written is that the rate of return, or the return on equity, which is the profit that a utility company is allowed to collect, is determined by how much infrastructure they build. That can be transmission lines, power lines, distribution lines. That could be, warehouses, garages for their vehicles. But most importantly, it's power plants. And so
Now, power plants doesn't just mean coal-powered power plants.
No, any kind of electric generating facility.
AKA.
So that's coal, natural gas, and solar and wind. And mostly solar in Wisconsin. Wind hasn't really taken off here. Solar is the one that the utility companies are going for. So if you understand that utilities make their profit by building more stuff and are not earning profit based on the quality of their service to consumers, us, people who consume electricity, ratepayers, then it makes perfect sense why Alliant or Excel or WEC and Dairyland Power and all of these utilities are building out massive solar farms. It's because they are permitted by Wisconsin statute and the regulatory body, the PSC, that's the Public Service Commission, who decides, how much, revenue they can collect from consumers. They like building solar because, hey, we just spent $100 million. We get to not only recuperate that expense, but in addition, we get to get 10% in additional revenue based on the value of that project.
Yeah, so let me just reiterate real quick. So when power companies are generating electricity, they incur costs to produce that electricity. They get to recoup that cost directly from consumers, but not a penny more. That is just, even exchange. Now, companies need to make a profit in order to stay in business, so they aren't getting their profit from generating the electricity. The state, which decides how they collect their profit, has determined that whatever infrastructure you build to produce the electricity or support it, whatever capital cost you incur, you will be able to add a percentage on top of that and charge that directly to the customers.
Yes.
So from the power company's perspective, the more it costs them to build power plants or solar panels or whatever it is, the better they are off. The less efficient those capital investments are when it comes to generating electricity, the better it is for the power companies, because then they have to build more of them and make more profit. That is the system. That is not a free market economic system. That is central. That is a command and control, centrally regulated economy. It doesn't work. That is a prime driver of why electricity prices and energy prices are just so expensive here in Wisconsin, is because of that ridiculous government formula that has incentivized the wrong thing from our power companies.
Yeah,